About 2 weeks ago, West Virginia's new governor projected a $400 million budget deficit in the upcoming year.
And today he provided more numbers. Curtis Johnson was there to learn more about the problem and the governor's solution.
Governor Patrick Morrisey stepping to a podium and marker board Tuesday. A projected $400 million deficit for next year's budget on his mind.
We're going to have to change how we do things.
Morrisey using the marker board to illustrate the challenge ahead. He believes corrections and Homeland Security needs $47 million, with public defenders needing $22 million, both to get through June 30th of this year. Moving to next year's budget, he outlined deficits of $153 million for Medicaid, $62 million for PEIA to fulfill the state's share, $13 million for tourism, and more than $41 million for education. Most of that to offset a decline in property tax revenue that supports elementary, middle, and high schools. Morrisey contends it is all the result of tax cuts that were not paid for and relying too heavily on surplus funding and other one-time revenue.
You're basically pushing all the problems into a mountain of problems into the back. That's exactly what's happened.
House and Senate Finance Chairman both telling me they stand by past budgets, though House Finance Chair Vernon Criss still surprised by predictions of a forthcoming deficit, while Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett saying prior efforts to control spending force more reliance on using surplus dollars, adding that he is open to restructuring. As for Morrisey's solution,
there will be no new taxes in our budget. None.
Instead, he favors consolidations in government, saying he intends to merge National Guard leadership with Homeland Security, adding to consolidations he has already proposed. Morrisey also arguing the state's car tax rebate is too complex, saying the current system required the state to mail 750,000 notices at 54 cents apiece.
That's a significant amount of administrative costs in order to give money back to you. When government has to create administrative contraptions just to give back your money, something's wrong. That's when we're talking about we got to do things better.
The governor's office is working to finalize those numbers in anticipation of presenting his budget to lawmakers in just over 2 weeks. Reporting from the state capitol in Charleston, Curtis Johnson, WSAZ.
Now, despite any complexities, Governor Morrisey vowed his administration would work to make sure that car tax rebate works for those who claim it on this year's state tax return. Shannon Litton looking into the program and how to know if you even qualify for it.
As you wait on those W-2s to come in at the end of this month, you may want to pump the brakes on filing your state income taxes. That's because West Virginians could see a significant tax break when they go to file this year, but you're going to have to wait on some things to come in the mail. Cabell County Assessor Irv Johnson says there are items that are not eligible for the tax credit, like boats and campers. However,
the big kicker is you have to have paid timely, meaning you had to pay on time. If you paid late, then you're not eligible for the rebate.
one of the most important things Johnson says you need to remember is to wait to file those state income taxes until you receive this letter from the West Virginia Department of Taxation.
The best part is we're getting our money back. I mean, that's just great. It's a big, big tax break for West Virginians. The negative part of this is the paperwork involved. Is now you've paid your money and you've got to wait and get a letter from the state and then file it on your income tax. So you have to pay it to get it back.
The rebate is a dollar-for-dollar match on eligible vehicles like cars, trucks, and motorcycles. So let's say in 2024 you paid $100 in car taxes. That means whenever you file your taxes in April of this year, you'll be eligible for a $100 rebate to go on those taxes.
It's actually a credit against your state tax. So, you know, if you owe taxes, then that's going to be a credit against that. But so, yeah, it's dollar for dollar, though.
Johnson says if you didn't pay on time in 2024, then 2025 is the year to get it right, so you're able to claim the credit in 2026. Shannon Litton, WSAZ, Cabell County.
Johnson went on to say that it's important to be patient right now because this is a new program, so there's going to be some hiccups, and there's a chance that you might even get another letter for things like ATVs. The governor urging anyone having a challenge to contact the state tax department, and we have their contact listed for you on WSAZ.com. It's also going to be listed on that letter you're getting in the mail.